All right, hi everybody. My name's Annie Stroud. I'm the project manager for Appalachian Abattoir at Buzz Food Service. And we are standing on the construction site of the new facility. We're really excited to give you kind of a virtual tour of where we are in the building process and maybe help visualize what the facility is going to look like when we are completed. So where I'm standing right now is actually part of the driveway area for the facility. We're going to do a little tour, but kind of walk through it from the perspective of the animal carcass as it moves through the facility. Right here, coming off of Frontage Road, trucks can come in, and we're going to have two loading docks. The livestock loading dock will be kind of near this first excavator here into the handling pen area, and then there'll be another loading dock that'll be where product can be offloaded when it's finished at the facility. So we can go ahead and walk this way. So this area is the livestock handling pens and our unloading area. So animals will get unloaded here. This will be covered, so it'll be a covered area because it does get pretty warm here and obviously gets pretty chilly in the winter. So one thing that's a little bit hard to see now, of course, because we don't have the pens up, we are going to have a row of pens here based on Temple Grandin's animal handling design principles. So the pens are going to be set up in such a way, and then up here at the other end where the chute is leading into the kill floor, we actually will have the full curved chute system as recommended by her design principles, and we were very excited to have her be able to provide us some feedback on the design. This is kind of a funny shape space to put animal handling pens in, but we got the A-OK from Temple, and we're very excited and proud to be working towards moving towards a humane handling facility. This is going to be the entrance to the kill floor. Like I said before, we do have a chute system that'll bring animals around through separate ramps. We have two kill boxes, larger size one for cattle, smaller size ones for hogs and small ruminants here in this door. We also have an entrance into the kill floor for employees and such things. So again, we're looking down into the kill floor. This is the beef box where it's going to be, center doorway, squeeze box there. We will have a scalder for hogs. It'll be right next door. And then as the animal progresses down this room, the hide will be removed, the guts will be taken out. Those doors you see down there are to the offal storage area, so that's where waste products will be stored. It's a refrigerated space because, as you can imagine, those products don't smell great. And there's a dock right at the other end there as well to ensure that we can get rid of those products easily and away from the animals and our main customer entrances and things like that. Alright, so now we're looking at the kill floor again, but from the other side. Then we got the beef box on the right, other box on the left. This room is set up, we're missing a wall here right now, but this room is actually set up in a J shape. So again, animals are knocked, hide taken off, evisceration happens, guts get pulled out, go through that little window into the offal storage dock, and then get split in half. And at that point, for food safety reasons, those animals are going to turn a corner, make a J shape, and come back up where they'll have the final trimming and carcass wash process before they get put into the hot box, which is the initial room where the carcasses have to get brought down to temperature within 24 hours. So the hot box has super intense refrigeration to get the carcasses to the right temperature. Once they're at the right temperature, they'll then get moved into the holding cooler. So this side of this open space here will be our hot box and holding cooler. So the holding cooler will have a capacity to hold between 150 to 200 carcasses at one time, maybe more if it's a smaller animal, the spacing is closer. This is also where animals that are going to be graded will hang out until the USDA grader can come, cut the ribeye, and actually inspect and grade the carcasses. So the next step in the process, again, we don't have a wall, but you can kind of see these pipes, will be the animals will come from the holding cooler into our processing area, which will be this blank space here. And from the coolers, they'll start on this side and move that direction across the building, getting smaller as it goes. So on this side is where they'll be taking the whole halves and quarters, boning them out, getting the big bones out that we don't save or use. And as the product gets further down the building, the pieces will get smaller. That's where the finished cuts will be turned into steaks and chops and roasts and the like. with packaging on the far end. We have the product freezer and cooler down there. That'll be for the finished packaged product. So if you're a producer, that's where we'll store your product when you come to actually pick it up at the end. And we can actually walk down and give a little overview of the kind of office-y side of things. So right now we're standing in what will be our main hallway. So customers and farmers and anyone visiting the facility will enter in this way. We have offices here to my left. And as you go down, we have a couple more offices. We'll have our classroom space right here, where we'll be able to host any sort of groups that's interested in coming, whether that's chefs wanting to learn more, producer groups, students who want to learn more about carcass breakdown, anything like that. We have a kitchen break room. We do at some point hope to be able to host full, workshops, maybe where we do a carcass breakdown and then have an opportunity to taste some of what we break down. Another office, and then that far door there is the exit into the storage dock. So again, if you show up to the facility to pick up your meat that you've got slaughtered here, this is going to be where the front door is eventually. And this area right next to us here is going to be our front office. So this is hopefully where you'll have a smiling receptionist or our administrative manager to greet you and help you find your product. This way we'll have a couple more offices again. You see these second batch of double doors? Those are the doors into the classroom. The next one down is into the kitchen, and the furthest one down is the office for the USDA inspectors. So again, this is the back end or dirty end of the facility, if you will. This is the dock where the guts and hides and such things will be stored and set up for easy access, so the rendering company can come in and pick that stuff up, keep it all refrigerated and out of the way and not smelling bad here in this building section here. And as you can see, we placed it this way too, especially because it's important to keep that product away from where your animals are stored, your live animals are hanging out. So we have this down here so that we're not getting cross traffic. All customers will come and go via the larger parking lot on the other side of the building. All right, so this is a mock-up of what the outside of the building will look like. Easy to imagine that over there because it looks pretty similar, but masonry, siding. Obviously there's no roof on this, but gives you a little bit of an idea for what the outside will look like when it's completed.